Okay, so there's a huge debate right now surrounding the latest chapter of Boruto with the whole Kurama being back in Himawari thing. People are arguing whether or not it's like an ass pull or not, and if the lore for Kurama coming back was already in the story. The people that say it's not an ass pull usually reference a statement from Minato that says Kurama will re-emerge, but this statement is extremely out of context. Kushina was planning to seal Kurama back inside of herself and then die. So Kurama wasn't going to die and come back. Kushina would have sealed Kurama inside of herself and then she would have died, which would have temporarily kept Kurama out of the world. We've seen this happen before with Rin in the Three Tails, since she dies with the Three Tails inside of her, but then she comes back, well, the Three Tails comes back later on and is inside Yagura. So, for some reason, people think that the tailed beasts themselves can just die and come back, but never that's not really stated or shown. Only the Jinchuriki can die, and then the tailed beast come back to life, but the tailed beast can't just, like, get killed and then come back over and over. I mean, we've even seen near the end of the manga that Sasuke was going to permanently kill the tailed beast. So if they can just keep coming back no matter what, then that statement from Sasuke would kinda be meaningless. Also, if the explanation were really that simple, then why was Kurama's death depicted the way it was? Kurama wouldn't say, oh, it might be their last conversation, like he's unsure. He would know that he would come back to life, but that's not brought up at all. If the Nine Tails that's inside Himawari is the same Nine Tails that we all know, then I really don't know what explanation the manga can give us that will explain why everything happened the way it happened. And another thing I'm curious about is if the Nine Tails is what Damon sensed all the way back in part 1. If Himawari had the Nine Tails chakra all the way back in part 1, and Naruto couldn't sense it and only Damon could, I think that would kinda be crazy. I mean, if anyone would have sensed the power in Himawari that turned out to be the Nine Tails, it would have been Naruto, like the Jinchuriki, like the most famous one, the best connection with him. If Damon sensed another power in Himawari that's not the Nine Tails, I mean, that would kind of just be too broken for Himawari. So I guess Damon would have to have sensed the Nine Tails, but I really don't know how Damon would have been able to sense it, but no one else would have been able to. That's kind of crazy. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the topic. I don't think tailed beasts can just come back from death no matter what. So if that turns out to be the explanation, I really don't know how I'm going to feel about it. I'm not going to lie. With that being said though, Himawari becoming the new Nine Tails Jinchuriki has made her 100 times more interesting, like if we're being realistic. And I'm pretty excited to see how she evolves. If it's the same Kurama that we know, maybe he'll let her use his chakra without any of the drawbacks, and she can have Kurama chakra mode. I mean, honestly, anything is possible at the moment, and it's really going to be interesting to see how everything unfolds. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Thanks for watching this video, and bye.